My name is Captain Styletto. Welcome to Matinee Movie Serials, and each week we will be bringing you an exciting chapter of a cliffhanging serial. Today we are watching The Tiger Woman, or as it was later called, The Perils of the Darkest Jungle. But we'll just refer to it as The Tiger Woman. I am here to share some wonderful movie serials with you. These movie serials were first seen in the 1930s, the 1940s, and the 50s. The serial we will be watching was released in 1944. Each week, just before the theater would show their feature movie, there was almost always a cartoon and a chapter in an exciting cliffhanging serial. These were especially true of the Jungle movies. These serials have been long forgotten by most people, but I'm sure that you, your parents, or grandparents watched them and couldn't wait until the next week to see if their hero or heroine and how they would escape from the jaws of death. Each week, we will be watching an exciting chapter of one of the most famous serial heroines, the Tiger Woman. In the past, we featured several serials and all featuring men as the star. In this series, we've decided to make our star a woman. Hear us roar! It is told in 12 exciting installments. The question that must always be answered is, can the villains using poison, guns, or explosions stop our heroine? Well, I don't think so. We'll find out together right after these commercial messages. To Matinee Movie Serials, to this chapter of The Tiger Woman. I'm your host, Captain Styletto. As I've mentioned before, this chapter serial was one of 26 serials made by Republic Pictures, and this serial in particular, The Tiger Woman, was one of the most successful serials in 1944. That they released it by two other names also, and it stars so many people that you may recognize some of them. Today's episode is the first chapter in this serial, and it is called Temple of Terror. But it is so long that we had to be breaking it up into 2 episodes. This is a good thing because we don't want you to miss out on any of the beginning of how the Tiger Woman gets her name and how she is in the jungle, plus how she defeats the villains trying to steal the resources from her native tribe. In reality, this is really just another land grab movie, a lot like the early westerns, but instead it's about a lost jungle girl in a South American rainforest ruling a native tribe. In this case, however, the villains attempt to run the natives off of the land so they can claim the valuable oil resources. Now, let's get to our movie serial, The Tiger Woman, just to see how it all works out. Woo! This started off as a lot of fun. Did you see how the Tiger Woman was swinging through the trees just like Tarzan? And boy, can she fight! I was so impressed. Did you see that man named Jose? Did you recognize him? He played the Cisco Kid, plus he starred in a lot of other serials. Alan Lane, starring as Saunders, he played Red Ryder in the movies. Plus, he was the voice of Mr. Ed. Hello, I'm Mr. Ed. Linda Sterling is the Tiger Woman. She starred in Zorro's Black Whip, which may be featuring soon here on Matinee Movie Serials. I just love the way these old stars were once involved in these serials. We have found out that the Tiger Woman is the daughter of Harrison Arnold, a hunter and billionaire. And now we hear the drums of death. Did you see that sexy lady dancing just before that man was dropped into that pit of bubbling oil? Looks just like the oil pits used in Nyoka. And it doesn't take long for a fight to start. Be sure to tune in again next week for the conclusion of Chapter 1 of The Tiger Woman, Temple of Terror. Right here on Matinee Movie Serials with me, your host, Captain Styletto. See you next time, and be sure to tell your friends about it.